we can talk. Okay, is everybody ready? I'm good, Ralph. Hey, everybody out there. I'm down here. If I'm looking down here, that means I'm talking to my Facebook family. If I'm looking up here, I'm checking out everybody here on YouTube. So I hate to say it, but I got to prioritize YouTube over here. But I will be looking down at everybody. Jason Yeves, thank you so much for everybody. Everybody, listen, this is wonderful. Thank you. I couldn't think of a better way to spend my Sunday morning. And just to let everybody know, as according to the title, we are talking spoilers. But first and foremost, let me address my YouTube family. If you see the video and it looks like this, that means I'm doing it live, and I just didn't feel like doing a whole production. So, editing and everything takes a lot of work. And as you can see, I shaved, and the lighting is perfect. This is going to be a good show. This is going to be a good live show. First and foremost, I want to thank all of my subscribers, all of my supporters, all of my viewers for your continued support. If this is your first time here on the YouTube channel, please hit that like button. Please hit that bell icon. You'll get notifications of brand new content. And if you're really, really, really like me, hit that subscribe button. If you are on my channel right now, you will notice that on the banner above, it says that I'm on hiatus. I would say it's more of a semi-hiatus. Let's just say I'm not doing videos that are as produced as the other videos. If you hear that dinging in the background, I have my Facebook family down here on my cell phone. So this is like a simulcast of sorts. And as you can see, I'm celebrating Alien with the Weyland Yutani t-shirt. You've seen me wear this many, many times. I have a white shirt running around here with the Weyland that I put the Weyland Yutani symbol on. Courtesy of Mark Richmond. That's a long story. But yes. I'm so happy to be in front of all of you, just bringing news to you, talking about the love of everything that we geek about, everything that we love, random geekiness. I could be talking about video games. I could be talking about films. I could be talking about anything. Happy belated May the 4th to all of my Star Wars fans looking down here at my Facebook family. Happy belated May the 4th. I've been working. You guys know what I'm doing. You guys know what's going on. Your boy is relocating, doing his thing. It's a lot going on. Ups, downs, all arounds. But I'm trying to stay true to what I do. And if I have to do it live without all the special effects and everything, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So like I said, if I'm looking up here, YouTube, if I'm looking down here, Facebook. Okay. Unfortunately, before May the 4th, we lost just a guy that brought to us one of cinema's most beloved characters, Peter Mayhew. He was a gentle giant. I briefly met him at WinterCon a few years ago. Sweet spirit, sweet guy, did what he loved all the way up to the end. I don't know if anybody knows, but in Force Awakens, he did play Chewbacca in some scenes, and there were some other scenes, of course, where it required for an actor to walk around a little bit more. It was played by someone else. I can't think of the name of the actor at the moment. Samuel Butterfield, thank you for joining me. My love, Rouge Rose, my partner, my friend, my everything, who has been with me through this walk, through this craziness, and probably going to warn me that it's getting late and I do have to work and I got some things I got to do. She keeps me on my toes, ladies and gentlemen. I love her so much. You know what? Han, could you do me a favor and just let me know when it's about close to 12 o'clock or 12:15 actually, 12:15. So that's when I'm going to wrap it up, 12:15. So yeah, let's talk about it. Let's just get into it. With Peter, I'm sorry, let me go back to Peter Mayhew. Peter Mayhew, just love what he did all the way to the end. There will never be another. They did have another actor stand in for him, as Chewbacca had to walk around, and it was just nobody lives forever. We want them to live forever, but he will live forever in our hearts. The character that he brought to life, Chewbacca, we're never going to forget. So let's just have a moment of silence for Peter Mayhew. Our condolences from the X Zone, even if they don't watch the show, our condolences to the family and the friends of Mr. Peter Mayhew. A moment of silence, please. All right. With that being said, Star Wars fans all around the world, it's all love. Let's keep it love. Whether you liked the movie, whether you didn't like the movie, whether you feel the franchise is going in your direction or not, let's just enjoy Star Wars and let's just keep it fun and keep it positive. And let's encourage the fan filmmakers like Mr. Twos over at Star Wars Theory. He's doing some great things, and there's some great Star Wars fan filmmakers out there that are doing some wonderful things. So let's just keep them encouraged and enjoy their things, enjoy their stuff as well. Yeah, hey Sam, thank you very much. My friend Sam Bearfield from from high school. Yes. So let's just talk about it. The Alien play, ladies and gentlemen. You would think that the recent resurgence of the popularity of Alien would have something to do with a recent film. No. The recent resurgence of the popularity of the sci-fi horror franchise that was released back in May of 1979. So I don't know why people were calling that other day Alien Day. It was released in May. I forget which day. I think it was May 26th. I'll have to look that up. It was released in May. We're celebrating the 40th anniversary of Alien. And the recent resurgence of popularity of Alien, I don't even think is really because it's the 40th anniversary, but it was because of a little play, a stage play, a high school stage play over in North Bergen, New Jersey. The North Bergen, New Jersey High School Theater Group put on a stage adaptation of Ridley Scott's Alien. Now, you would think like an Alien play? An Alien play? What's up, Kenneth? An Alien play? How would you do an Alien play? What would you do? How would you do it? Man, they did it. They did it in spades, ladies and gentlemen. It went viral. The play was first performed. There was 2 performances over at the North Bergen High School. And there were 2 performances that weekend in March. And pictures, video footage went viral. Everybody went nuts over this thing. That little bit of footage that a parent took of the play got like well over millions of views, to my knowledge. And it also reached the eyes and ears of Ripley herself, Sigourney Weaver. And Sigourney Weaver later on put up a video giving praise and kudos to the students and to the cast and the crew of the play, because she said she only saw a little bit of it, and I think everybody only saw a little bit of it because there was only a little bit that was shown online from the people that taped it with their phones. So she just said from what she saw, it looked really incredible. She gave a shout out to everybody from everyone from her to James Cameron to Walter Hill to everybody that was involved in the Alien films. They were all very, very impressed. And one person who was truly impressed was the director of Alien, the 1979 film, Ridley Scott. And check it out. The people, they were so interested, so enthralled, so impressed with what they saw. Alien on stage. People wanted an encore. People wanted to see it. But unfortunately, the heads of the production, I didn't commit any names to memory, said that they really couldn't do an encore because they threw everything away. Because all the stuff that they used was like recyclable stuff. They put their own money into it, and a lot of it didn't really cost anything. They just put some odds and ends together and created an alien costume and the sets and everything. But for what they did an amazing job. So this is what Ridley Scott had to say. Ridley Scott said, this is the director of the original Alien. He said, my hat comes off to all of you for your creativity imagination, and determination. This is his letter towards the cast and crew of the Alien play. Determination to produce such an ambitious show. And he also said, limitations often produce the best results because imagination and determination can surpass any shortfalls and determine the way forward, always. And this is the letter that he wrote to. Okay, I have the director of the Alien play. His name is Perfecto Cuervo. Wow, what a name, right? Perfecto Cuervo. He was the director. He was the guy that put the Alien play together. And as a result of that, as a result of the popularity of the play, and people wanted to see it. They wanted an encore. They wanted a chance to see Alien on stage. How do you do that? How did they do that? Wow, we saw a little bit of footage. We want to see more. Guess what? Ridley Scott sent the theater group $5,000 to do an encore. Now that's popularity. That's amazing. That's really, really. Yeah, Kenneth Meacham says Sigourney Weaver did show up to watch. I'm getting to that. Hey, Gino, what's going on, man? Glad to have you on the show. I am on Facebook. I am on YouTube right now. So if I'm looking up here, you know that I'm on Facebook. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? So, and yes, they received the $5,000 from Ridley Scott, and they went on ahead and did an encore. Now, let's go back a little bit. These guys went all out with their play. They even created a trailer. You can see the trailer on YouTube, the Alien play trailer. And what happened at the encore performance, Sigourney Weaver herself showed up and met the cast and the crew backstage, and they were so excited. They had no idea that she was actually going to come. So she showed up, and not only did she show up, she showed out, and she came out on stage and actually introduced the show, gave praise to the cast and the crew, to the director, Perfecto Cuervo, and then the lights dimmed, and it was on. Ladies and gentlemen, big shout out to the YouTuber Button Smasher. He said that he did the best that he could with his cell phone to film the play. Sir, I don't care what quality the film was. I don't care what quality your video was. What you did, sir, was show the world what this amazing feat of theatrical ingenuity. That's what I called it. An amazing feat of theatrical ingenuity. Alien the play. H.B. Gibson from X XONE says, Alien the play is an amazing feat of theatrical ingenuity. Dun, dun, dun. You know, you know how they have like quotes from movie critics and stuff like that about a play or a film. So, you know, that's my kudos. An amazing feat of theatrical ingenuity and passion. That's what I said. I mean, it's amazing. Also want to give a big shout out to a YouTuber named I'm Old Enough to Remember. Thank you, sir. That YouTuber, I'm Old Enough to Remember. That's the name he's under. He said that there will be an official video of the Alien play released later on this month. I believe he said May. So this is May, later on this month. So we're going to be looking for that. But in the meantime, I did watch the play. I watched the whole thing, courtesy of Mr. Button Smasher, who filmed it on his cell phone. Never mind the quality of the video. I wanted to see this thing for myself. Ladies and gentlemen, for everything that they were not able to do on stage, they did it on a big screen. They had this big screen above the stage. Now, mind you, this is spoilers. I'm telling you about stuff about the play. It's really amazing. All the space scenes, the scene where Dallas goes into the air vent, they reenacted that one. They reenacted that one, ladies and gentlemen. They reenacted. I'm talking to my Facebook family. They reenacted that scene where Dallas was in the vents. How did they do it? They made an entire film on its own of that particular sequence. They took footage from the original Alien. They must have had somebody play Alien Isolation and went into the air ducts and just said, you know what, we're going to film this. We're going to use this and sequence this with the scene, how we're going to do it. And they sequenced it up with the actor that played Captain Dallas and put him in a green screen, put him in front of a green screen, put effects and everything, gave him the flamethrower. They made a flamethrower prop, just like in the movie. And they used flame effects and everything. And they did it just like the movie, plus a little bit more. It was fantastic. The ingenuity that, I mean, they used scenes from Alien. They had somebody play a little bit of Alien Isolation, and they filmed some fresh footage with green screen, special effects, and they synced it. And the actors were in sync with the character on the screen, the actor on the screen. The alien costume was amazing. They did action in the aisles. They even warned people, please don't walk around because there's going to be action in the aisles. And people were like, woo, yeah, this is going to be something. The scene where the characters landed on LV-426, the spacesuits that they wore was phenomenal. The computer room with all the lights and everything. If you remember from the original Alien, they had the mother computer in the main computer room in there, and they had like all the little lights and everything, and everything that was on computer, like when Ripley went in there to get on computer, and she found out about Wayland's plan, Crew Expendable, bring back life form, Crew Expendable. You saw that on the screen, the digital readout. So while she was on the computer on stage, everything that she was looking at on the computer, the story unfolded on the screen, just like in the movie. I got to give it to the guy that played Ash. He was really, really good. Really good. The chest burster scene, the face hugger scene, all of it, phenomenal. They did it to the letter. And plus, they did some they added some comedy to it. They added some fresh lines to it, some comedy. They used some being that this is based on a film that was back in 1979, they put in some modern jokes in there, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just look it up, Alien the Play. I will put the link in the description below if you have not seen it. So I put a link to my Facebook family. I put a link on my wall. Please check out Alien the Play. It was fantastic. Wonderful job. I mean, who knows? I mean, who knows? If you have seen it, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. I couldn't be more excited to talk about that thing because I'm a huge Alien fan. And not taking anything away from the short films that were recently released by 20th Century Fox on IGN.com and then later released on YouTube. I will probably talk about those short films. James Paxton, son of the late Bill Paxton, did appear in 2 of those short films. One of them, he appeared, it was called Alone, Alien Alone. Look that up. And his voice appeared in one of the other short films. I don't know which one, but he played like a radio announcer or of some kind. But James Paxton, son of Bill Paxton, did appear in one of the Alien short films. It was really fantastic, and definitely an homage to and a love letter to the iconic character that Bill Paxton played, Private Hudson. Game over, man. Game over. That ain't funny, man. Much love. There's a lot of love in the Alien community, man. I'm telling you. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to get right into it. Yes, a lot of awesome things happened in the past couple of weeks. Let's just go into it. Let's talk about spoiler talk. It's been 2 weeks. Spoiler talk. Avengers Endgame. Oh, I got a list, y'all. Let's talk about. Okay, let's talk. I think I have all my papers together. At least I thought I had all my papers together. Alien Endgame. Avengers Endgame. The opening scene. Here we go. Spoilers. Spoilers. Are you ready? Spoilers. We're talking spoilers now. How much of a gut punch was that opening scene? Hawkeye teaching his daughter how to shoot an arrow. It got my throat. She turned around and everybody went to dust. That silence and that shock, that feeling of isolation and loneliness right there, man. It got to my throat, bro. What? Okay, let's talk about a couple of other key scenes. Trying to see if we can look at key scenes. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm looking. Okay, so let's just talk about when they went after the Infinity Stones themselves. Fantastic. How about that smart Hulk? How about a lot of the stuff that went on in this film was just acknowledgments to the comics, references to the comics. I mean, in the comics, a lot of people was like, I'm not sure if I like that Hulk who was smart and like, that these people don't read comic books, but everything that was in that film, a lot of it was a lot of love thrown at the comic book fans. So let's just get with it. Hulk, Cap, and Tony and Ant-Man go back to New York 2014 to retrieve the Soul Stone, the Tesseract, and the Time Stone from the Ancient One. Yo, the scene between the Hulk and the Ancient One. See, the Ancient One knew that Doctor Strange was coming. So she knew all that. She knew all that. And when the Hulk told the Ancient One that Doctor Strange gave the Time Stone to Thanos willingly, she didn't know that. So she knew that this was necessary. So she gave up the Time Stone. Tony Stark and Ant-Man proceed to try to grab the Tesseract. But because the Hulk at that time, the past Hulk, big, not so up there Hulk, came busting through the door because he had to take the stairs after they captured Loki upstairs, which took place in the original Avengers. Loki grabbed the Tesseract, disappeared. So they had to go even back further to grab the Tesseract. Cap and Tony. Tony runs into his dad. Cap sees his love, Agent Carter. Can't do nothing about it, or else it would ruin the mission. Deep stuff. Deep stuff. That fantastic fight between Captain America and the future Captain America. Well, future Captain America and past Captain America. It was like, I could do this all day. He was like, yeah, all right, yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? That fight between the two Captain Americas was like amazing. That was fantastic. Very well choreographed and just very exciting to watch. And yeah, that was America's ass. You know what I'm talking about. Thor reunites with his mother just before the events of her dying. Thor, god of melted ice cream. You know what I'm talking about. But that was a touching thing when he went back for the Reality Stone, for the ether. The Raiders of the Lost Ark reference when War Machine and Nebula went to go find the Space Stone. I think it's called the Space Stone. The Purple Stone was the Space Stone. Michael, what's going on, man? Okay, what else are we talking about? So last but not least, the most difficult of missions to retrieve the Infinity Stones. It was tough to watch. It was so tough to watch this scene with Hawkeye and Black Widow literally fighting each other to see who would sacrifice themselves for the Soul Stone. It was rough. And now, for the most part, a lot of the film was predictable. Yeah, but I didn't mind it because these were things that I expected. I don't mind a movie being predictable for as long as it delivers on its predictability. Okay, so if you're expecting something to happen and it does happen, it better be boom. You know what I'm saying? So predictable, yes, but it was satisfied. It's like when you're expecting a steak dinner, You know the steak dinner, but you did not realize how delicious it was. So you know a steak dinner is coming. You know that a potato is coming. You know that the onions and the peppers and everything, and whatever else, you know, and the steak sauce and everything that's on there is coming. And then when you see it, yes. And then when you taste it, yum. Okay, that's what Avengers Endgame was. Predictable, yes. There was some unpredictable things like the fight between Hawkeye and Black Widow, and Black Widow ultimately sacrificing herself for the Soul Stone. So all the stones are now gotten and accounted for. Tony Stark makes a special Infinity Gauntlet, wow, in the colors of his Iron Man suit. So they figured that, okay, we can reverse the Thanos Infinity Snap. But who was the most powerful? Who could be more powerful to do it? I always thought it would have been Thor to do it. But I guess they figured like it would probably have killed Thor. So the Hulk, being the strongest, you know, technically of the Avengers, did the Infinity Snap, basically corrected whatever was wrong by Thanos' Infinity Snap. But there was a problem. When Nebula and War Machine went back in time at the point where they had to knock out poor Star-Lord to get that space stone, it would appear that Nebula was connected somehow to the past Nebula in that same time. And whatever future Nebula saw, it was then transmitted to past Nebula for Thanos and for Gamora all to see. So he was able to get the information and see what the Avengers were plotting. And just when they got all the stones in that Iron Man created gauntlet, Thanos comes from out of the sky and just blows up everything. Darn near almost kills everyone. And man, it became the most epic game of keep away ever. I mean, Hawkeye got love. I mean, Hawkeye had skill. I mean, you were hoping for it. I don't think anybody cheered for Hawkeye as much as this. Oh, backtrack. Ronan, y'all. Ronan, my comic book fans. Ronan, what up? All right, y'all know, if y'all know about Ronan, if you know about comics, you know about Ronan. But yeah, so Thanos, his army comes down to try to regain the Infinity Stones. And then the big battle, the super battle, the battle that will probably never be seen on screen ever again. Never in the history of cinema has anyone ever witnessed a battle like this on screen. Armies on top of armies. Cap, on your 6. Huh? Cap, on your 6. All the sorcerers opened up portals. It was armies of sorcerers and the armies of Wakanda, and the first hero to come out through the portal, Black Panther. Black Panther, Shuri, and Okoye. And the crowd goes nuts. They went absolutely ballistic. And then Falcon comes flying through, and then the crowd is going even crazier. Everybody's going absolutely ballistic. Everybody's going absolutely nuts. And then here comes Thanos' army. And there, man, it's about to go down. Scarlet Witch, all of the Guardians of the Galaxy that disappeared. Oh yeah, big shout out to Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon was like, I would say, the glue of the whole thing, man. Big shout out to Bradley Cooper, man. His voice acting for Rocket Raccoon is fantastic. Big shout out, hey, what's going on, Daryl? What's going on? The battle was just it was amazing. It was really, really fantastic. And when Thanos thought he won, Tony Stark, unbeknownst to Thanos, snatched up all the stones, put it on his glove, because you know he has contingency plans. Thanos is like, I am inevitable. Tony was like, oh yeah? Well, I am Iron Man. Dusted his entire army. And for him to sit down and accept his fate, when he dusted, I have never seen a film, and I haven't seen a film in a long time where the audience cheered when the enemy was defeated. I haven't seen that in a long time. I haven't been to a film where people actually booed the villain and cheered the heroes. This was true heroes versus villain situation right here. The stakes were raised up into the stratosphere and beyond. Very satisfying, phenomenal. And of course, the sad part at the end, I literally heard people yelping and crying in the theater. The death of Tony Stark in the film. Yes, it got to me. It got to my throat. It was a gut punch. But for big stakes, there have to be a big payoff. And unfortunately, there has to be, with big stakes like that, there's going to be losses. 2 losses: Black Widow and Tony Stark. And it was amazing because he left this message, this holographic message for his family, for his daughter. I love you 3000. And the scene, even the death of Tony Stark didn't get to me as hard. It got to me. Don't get me wrong. It got to me. But when it really made me choke up, ladies and gentlemen, when Happy Hogan asked Tony's daughter, "Are you hungry?" She said yes. He said, "What would you like?" She said, "Cheeseburgers." If you remember, anybody, all the fans who has been with the MCU for this long a time, 22 films in, we have watched the original Iron Man over and over and over again because that movie ain't nothing but a party. It was fun film. That was when Robert Downey Jr. debuted as Iron Man. He solidified himself as like the only person who could play Iron Man. And then at the end, we had Nick Fury at the end saying, "I want to talk about the Avengers initiative." And in my mind, I was like, nah, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do an Avengers film. But lo and behold, after Captain America, the first Avenger, shut my mouth, there was an Avengers trailer at the end. You saw all the heroes together: the Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Captain America, and of course, Iron Man. Tony Stark was with us all that time. Robert Downey Jr., the only person who could bring him to life, made Tony that person that we loved sometimes, got angry with other times, and then loved again. When Tony Stark came back from being captured in the Middle East, and the first thing that he wanted was what? An American cheeseburger. Gut punch. So when Happy Hogan asked Tony's daughter what she wanted to eat, and she said cheeseburgers, I was done. What's going on, Daryl? What's going on? Yeah, man. I'm gonna check out Brightburn as soon as I get a chance. Yes. Sammy, what's going on, man? What's going on, Sammy? I'm trying to stay on subject, y'all. I'm trying to stay on subject. I appreciate everybody's interjecting, other things and other films and other stuff. I'm trying to stay on point. That's been my problem. I get distracted too much. So I gotta stay focused. So we're talking about Alien the Play. We're talking about Avengers Endgame. So where does it go from here, ladies and gentlemen? Where does it go from here? Where does Marvel go from here with their films? Well, I did see a poster of the projections of what Disney Marvel is planning to do. Now, whether they're true or not, that just remains to be seen. But what we're going to do is I'm going to take a look right now. I'm looking at fandom.com on Wiki. Now, remember, a lot of these sites don't really have all that great information. A lot of their information could be a little bit off. So I'm taking a look at right now the list of possible films that will be coming in phase 4 of of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. First and foremost, I see Black Widow. This is going to be a Black Widow origin film, obviously. I don't know if Scarlett Johansson is going to be in it. Maybe she might be. Maybe she might be having memories. It might. She might be having like a memories before the events of everything. Maybe it might take place back way before. If she is involved, maybe she's having a moment. If she's having that moment, it's going to be it's obviously it's going to be that moment before everything else that happened. She's thinking back to when she was trained. The Eternals, Doctor Strange 2. There has to be a Doctor Strange 2 because I love Doctor Strange. The way I really love Doctor Strange. The way they were able to interpret Doctor Strange on screen was fantastic, especially when it was in 3D. It was fantastic. Of course, we got Black Panther 2. Now, Black Panther 2. Let's talk about Black Panther 2. Black Panther. Okoye mentioned something about an earthquake underwater. A lot of people thought that maybe that might be a little nod or may allude to the fact that that might be Atlantis. Not to be confused with the Atlantis of Aquaman. Aquaman is DC. We're talking Marvel. We're talking about possibly the appearance of Prince Namor. Because you know, if any comic book fan knows that Black Panther and Namor had beef for a while. All right, so we got Wakanda versus Atlantis, and I would love to see that. And I even saw some hints that, you know, Dwayne Johnson might be interested in playing Namor. Not a bad idea, but I would, you know, I could see him as Namor, but I would rather see somebody else's Namor. I'm sorry. So Shang-Chi, the movie that Iron Fist should have been, in other words. But they're definitely going to go for an Asian actor. They're going to probably be trimming things. And yes, hey, how you doing? I know. Yeah, my fiance is letting me know to wrap it up. Shang-Chi, you know, they have to change a few things because back then, a lot of the stuff that they did in the comics that was common would be probably considered to be maybe a little offensive right now. So they have to kind of clean things up. So Shang-Chi, it will probably the martial arts. I'm hoping that it's like they really got to go at it. They really got to really rock it. They got to get the guys from the raid. They got to get hopefully they can get Donnie Yen involved. I hope as maybe like a master or something like that, you know. And of course, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Thor is going to be riding with them, as you see. Thor, the mighty Thor, god of melted ice cream. Yes, I see it. Yes, Rouge says it is 12:15 p.m. It is time to say goodbye. Thank you all so very much to my YouTube family, to my Facebook family down here, to my YouTube family up here. Thank you so much for watching this special broadcast of the X Zone. I'm HB Gibson, and I love y'all to life, and I will see you next time. Please remember that I will be putting links below as the day goes by. I'm not going to have time to put the link in the description below at the moment, but check back for the links for the Alien stage play. Okay, so once again, I love you to life. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay, Facebook family, that's it. I